All right, so in class today, we did these notes here, we did these examples here, and we skipped this. So I'm going to do this part right now. So if you missed it, then this is like a good review. And then we also did this, but we had to speed through a little bit. We didn't finish, so I'll do that. So if you don't want to see this part, skip ahead and watch this piece down here. All right, so up top here it says f of x plus g of x. So here I'm getting my functions. Here's all my names. So f of x is 8x to the third plus 2x squared minus 6x plus g of x is this guy, negative 5x squared minus 2x minus 7. So I put them in parentheses to protect them, but I could also just drop the parentheses because the plus doesn't really change anything. So I'm just going to look. 8x to the third has no match, so 8x to the third stays 8x to the third. So he's done. 2x squared goes with this guy, so 2 plus negative 5 would be negative 3. They're done. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is negative 8. Remember, combining like terms. And nothing plus negative 7 is negative 7. So there we go. All right, so subtraction, you really do have to be careful. H of x is just this little 2x, so I'm just not going to put him in parentheses. So 2x minus, but I want to put f of x in parentheses because it's going to affect everything behind it. So 8x to the third plus 2x squared minus 6x. So 2x doesn't change, minus 8x to the third minus 2x squared. Minus and minus turns into plus 6x. So negative 8x to the third is first, minus 2x squared is next down the line. The 6 and the 2 become positive 8. Because we're just combining like terms. All right, multiply. So h of x times g of x. So there's h of x again, 2x. G of x is longer, so I put parentheses around him. Negative 5x squared minus 2x minus 7. All right, so just like distribute. So negative 10x to the third. Then negative 4x squared, and the last part, negative 14x. Okay, letter D. So f of x is this big guy, h of x is that little one. So we're going to take 8x to the third plus 2x squared minus 6x, divide it by this guy. Now since it is one piece, I can just divide each part by 2x. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, x3 and x make x2. This middle part, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1x left over. Negative 6 divided by 2 is, 3, and the x's go away. So that says minus 3. Okay, then down below, it was just a little bit practicing of plugging in, so I have two new functions here, f of 4. So f of 4 means I take this problem, I put a 4 where the blank space is, right? So 2 times something minus 15, so it's a 4. So I get 8 minus 15, and that is negative 7. All right, so I just have two things to figure out. So g of 2, that would be 8 something squared, this guy, minus 2 something plus 6. So I'm putting a 2 here. So that's 4 times 8, that's 32, minus 4 plus 6. So that's 28 plus 6, that's 34. And f of 10 means I'm doing 10 in here. So 2 times 10 minus 15, so 20 minus 15 is 5. So all I have to do is subtract these two things. So this is 34 minus 5, which is 29. Okay. All right, I'm multiplying here. So let me figure out what f of 3 is and g of negative 1. So f of 3 means I'm putting 3 in here. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 15 is negative 9. So that's negative 9. G of negative 1 is a little bit more, so I'll just do that out. Negative 1 squared minus 2 times negative 1 plus 6. All right, so I got 8 times 1 basically. So that's 8 plus 2 plus 6, so 16. All right, so let's fill this in. I got 2 times negative 9 times 16. So, I'm going to need a calculator for that. Let's see. So negative 18 times 16. So negative 288. Okay, oopsie, sorry. All right, so earlier today on the warm-up, you were figuring out answers from a graph. Like when somebody would say to you f of 4, you would look at the graph and find the answer for that. Well, now it's given to you in this table right here. So when somebody says to you f of 2, this is the function f. These are all the answers. These x values are the questions. So when somebody says f of 2, I look at 2, I look at the f function, and look, the answer is 7. That's what that table means. So this answer is 7. So g of 4. G of 4 is 29. plus h of negative 1. So h of negative 1 is 10. So that's 39. F of 0. So f of 0 is negative 1 plus g of negative 2. So g of negative 2 is 23. Times h of 6. h of 6 is 3. So 23 times 3 is 69. 69 plus negative 1 is 68. All right, here. Find f of 3x when x is 2. All right, well, when x is 2, so that would be f of 3 times 2 is 6. Well, f of 6, let's see, is 23. All right. G of x plus 1 minus h of 4 when x is negative 1. So if I put a negative 1 right here, that would be g of 0, negative 1 plus 1, minus h of 4. All right, so g of 0. g 0 is 1. h of 4. h 4 is 5. So the answer is negative 4. All right, so down here for letter F, it says solve for x. F of x is 19. So look across the function f. When is it 19? Oh, when x is 5. So x is 5. H of x is 12. So that happens, oh, you know what? Look, I made a little boo-boo here. It should have been back here at like negative 3. But you know what? My table doesn't give me an answer. So I'm going to put no solution. My information is in this table. H of x is never 12. G of x is 13. So look across here. There it is at 3 when x is 3. Okay. For what value of x does f of x equal g of negative 2? So this is something I can figure out. So g of negative 2. So when you plug negative 2 into g, you get 23. So this is 23. So I'm looking for f of x to be 23. So f of x is 23 at 6. So x equals 6. All right, so same thing here. G of 2 I can figure out. 3. So 3 equals h of x. So when does h of x equal 3? Right there, at 6. So x is 6. All right, what patterns do you notice for f of x and h of x? Well, looking at f of x, you see how it's going up by 4. So it increases by 4 every single time. H of x decreases by 1.
Good afternoon, Hawks. It is currently 3 o'clock, and it also is beautiful outside. We invite all of our young Hawks who are
the values for the table were obtained using these two problems, and also for g of x, something else. All right, let me wait till he's done.
It is, in fact, a beautiful day. We invite you to enjoy it outside. If you are with a coach, teacher, or sponsor, obviously continue to do what you're doing. Otherwise, go enjoy that nice weather, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right, so basically I'm telling you the equations that I used to get these numbers, okay? So look, increase by 4, that was a slope. Decrease by 1, that was a slope. So the change in something, that's its slope, right? So for what values of x does f of x equals h of x? So I could take these two things and set them equal to each other. 4x minus 1 equals 9 minus x, and I could solve that. But I can also look at the table. When does f of x equal h of x? So let's see. F and h, no, 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 no. When do they equal? Up, here it is, right there, at 2, at x equals 2. So if you had solved that, you would get x equals 2. All right, so that's it. See you in class. Bye-bye.